Bro said, ugh. Okay. I have to go through this. Okay, bro. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Retro. Why is my chat box so small? Rare hair down moment. That's true, that's true. Why is my chat box so small? I'll explain the hair in like 30 seconds when more people are here. I don't like having my hair down, it's uncomfortable. That esoteric. Thank you, Frogs for Life, I appreciate it. Can you turn your camera off? Hello, Static Void. How are you doing today, twin? La 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 la. How are we all doing today on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. I'm doing actually really fired today. I'm doing like a 9 out of 10. I'm doing very good today. You look more uncomfortable though. That's because I am more uncomfortable. That's because I don't like having my hair down. Whoa! Thank you for the Prime, Mari. I appreciate it, twin. Thank you very much. Bro said, what the fuck is that hair? Okay. Is this Dr. Keywington? No, it isn't. Surprisingly. OMG, love the hair. Thank you. Gosh, I'm shy. Oh, I'm not used to having my hair down. I'm just waiting for it to dry and then I'll put it up. Bro, my thingy changes unk to uncomfortable. 10 if you muted. Alright, Void. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Kason. Kason? Thank you, twin. Rat Nest arc finally over. Don't you worry, it's not over, it's coming back. You look more autistic now. Thank you for unfollowing me and refollowing me, Retro. I appreciate it. This is not Dr. Keywington, this is me with wet hair. You got it right the first time, thank you. Oh, Kason, okay. Hello, Kason, how are you doing today on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. Michael, you're doing an 11? That's wonderful. Anomalocaris, you're doing a 9? That's very good. Amazing to hear. Me too, twin. She looks Canadian. I think that's a good thing. 7? Okay, Onion, that's pretty good. What the hell happened to your hair? 7 out of 10, just finished being sick. That's terrible to hear, but I'm glad you're feeling better, I think. Emo? I'll explain why my hair is like this, okay? I don't usually shower before stream, but today I went on a 2-mile run, and so I was all gross and sweaty, and so I wanted to shower to just get it off me. Also, I don't wash my hair every shower, but today happened to be hair wash day. So it's like 2 cosmic forces collided, and it was just this insane coincidence where I ended up with wet hair on stream. There's 3 of us in VC in your Discord right now. Hell yeah. So again, I don't like to do this to you. I don't like having my hair down. It's uncomfortable. Did you know that even when I go about my day, like in real life, in the real world, I put my hair up? Just because it's more comfortable? Riley, thank you for unfollowing me and refollowing. I appreciate it, twin. 8. Henry, you're doing a 10. That's wonderful. 8 out of 10. I'm literally studying psychology right now. That is amazing, Vane. Let's go with a 7. Pretty good, Kason. You look like that moist critical guy. Alright, bro. Okay. Okay. What's up, everybody? It's Moist Critical. Today we're gonna be talking about sleep and psychology. Kiwi, how do you list files on Linux? Bro, I don't know. I don't know. Being bald would also be comfortable, I have to reckon. Bro, I've actually considered chopping all my hair off, but I wouldn't. I couldn't. I wouldn't. Would I? No. I just couldn't. I'll settle for putting it up every day. Kiwi, what is the copy command on Linux terminal? Control-Shift-C. Even though it didn't work for some reason. La 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 la. This situation got a lot worse. Kiwi. The Kiwi situation is crazy. She does look Canadian. I can't explain why, but she does. Alright, bro. I don't know what that means, but okay. Hair down vibes are completely different. This isn't the Kiwi that I know. Casper the Friendly Ghost, thank you for unfollowing me and refollowing, if I recall correctly. I'm studying psychology of handicapped. The psychology of those who are handicapped? That's cool. Baldwy. Go halvesies, see if you like it. Yeah, just have like half of my head completely bald and then the other half with super long hair. Twin, what is your favorite flavor of cheese? I really like brie. I also like Colby Jack. Who is this creature? Okay. Again, today was a rare shower before stream day, and it was also hair wash day. And I only wash my hair like every 5 days, maybe? It really depends. But again, today it was coming up on 5 days, and I went on a run and I got all gross. So I wanted to wash everything before stream. I'm probably gonna start the Lord of the Rings trilogy for the first time. Holy peak? No, 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 no. Holy peak. Let me know how you like it, Twin. Lord of the Rings trilogy, greatest trilogy of all time. I like to take a bunch of chips and cover them with cheese and microwave them. Wait, is this me? Is this one of my alts that escaped and gained sentience? Because I literally do that all the time. I think you might be my twin. If you don't like it, you can just throw it over the side, it'll look fine. Half of my hair is super long, the other half is bald, and if I don't like how it looks, I'll just like... Imagine the degree of catfishing that I could partake in. You think I have a full head of hair and then I just completely bald. You're actually so real for that. For the microwaving cheese on chips? Or for the brie, or for the... Which one? I'm going to sleep, twin. Good night, int. Sleep well, twin. La 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 la. Lord of the Rings trilogy is the definition of peak. I'm glad we're all on the same page here. That's what I've been hearing? What? Oh, about the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah, it's literally so good. Oh my god. And the way that they filmed it, oh my gosh, there's so much to unpack when it comes to Lord of the Rings. The tactics that they used, the filming locations, it's beautiful. It's such, comparatively speaking to today, I feel like they use such little CGI, and so much of it is just really cool tactics, and also just the beautiful scenery of New Zealand. Shout out New Zealand. Shout out Kiwis. Hi Kiwi and nice hair. Thank you, Abodi. Hello, twin. How are you doing today on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. So today, I decided this 10 seconds before going live because I realized I hadn't thought of a topic to discuss on stream. I want to talk about sleep. Yeah, and I'm gonna watch the extended edition, as you should. As you should. Oh my, it's so peak. It's so peak. Hey, that guy is British. What? The term you're looking for is practical effects. Yeah, they used practical effects. Like the one scene with Gandalf and Bilbo, and they're actually just normal-sized people, but they use the scaling and the cool stuff, and they don't do any of the special effects editing of shrinking anyone. They use the angle and the fancy stuff to make them look really small and then really big. Wholly elementary depiction of that, but those who have seen the behind the scenes, you know what I'm talking about. The Hobbit movies sucked though. Oh, that's so true. I don't even pay attention to The Hobbit. That's not even considered Lord of the Rings in my mind. Hello, Makina O2. Hello, twin. You're looking a lot like Moist Critical right now. I have a question to get this ball rolling. How many hours of sleep do you guys get per night on average? Type it in the chat. Thank you, Makina. I appreciate it, twin. I want to watch Lord of the Rings because my favorite video game studio is making a Lord of the Rings game. That's awesome. 6 or 7. Okay. I'm doing a solid 8, and when is the dialects video? That's so true, Bodhi. It's actually been sitting in my video folder for so long now. I keep putting it off. Hello, Sino. It's good to see you, twin. How are you doing today? Practical effects are so cool. Agreed. It has so much more charm to it, in my opinion. Like, shout out editors. I respect special effects and all that, like the editors that do all the cool shit with movies. But there's something so charming about practical effects. 3? Wait, Sino, is that 3 hours or you're doing a 3? Please tell me. Okay, but I don't want you to be doing a 3 either. Average Kiwi mod. Gulp. La 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 la. Should I watch The Hobbit after? If you want to. I don't even I don't even bother. Compared to the trilogy, it's actually just a nothing burger. Not even worth it. I'm planning to read the books as well. Holy based. I tried to, and I got through some of it, but I struggled. But that's because I have crippling ADHD, not because it wasn't good. 6 or 7, 6 to 8, 7 to 9 hours, 3. 8 hours, 7 to 8, from 4 to 8. Gulp. Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing like on average you guys are okay. I'm sure this isn't shocking to you, but the number that you want to strive for is 8 hours. That's what all the professionals recommend. La 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 la. Are you a fucking giraffe or something? Shino, you're getting 3. Yes, my legs are 10 feet long. Don't watch The Hobbit, read the book. True. True, the book is better. They say women need more sleep. Is that true? But on vacations, I sleep for 18. Why did I read 14 and say 18? Whoa, your hair is long? Yes. I don't know why this surprises people. Like, I was explaining this in the video that I filmed today. Some people think that my hair naturally just like, like grows out of the top of my head. It doesn't. Surprisingly, shockingly. I just have really long hair and I clip it straight up. Twin's hair looks good. Thank you, Twin. Mikal06. I appreciate it, Twin. And it's so pretty too. You're too kind. You're too kind. You flatter me. Thank you. Who are you? I don't remember subscribing to this channel. What's up, everybody? It's Moist Critical. Today we're going to be talking about sleep. My sleep schedule is the fucked one. I sleep like 3 p.m. to 12 a.m. Oh, that's like nocturnal. Oh, what the fuck? I thought it was naturally spiking off the back of your head. Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint, Sino. I'm sorry. I'd love to get a good 8 hours of sleep. But unfortunately, I have 2 stupid dogs and a mom that can't put the broom down to save her life. They say women need 30 minutes more. Interesting. Interesting. I was listening to Smells Like Teen Spirit, but in classical Latin. Alright, Gonku. How are you doing on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. Oh no, I slept a lot today, I think. Oh, Sino. So you don't get 3 hours of sleep. You're doing a 3 out of 10. Is that what you were saying? I think that's the preferred outcome, although I'm sorry to hear that you're doing a 3 and I hope that number improves. I thought you were saying you got 3 hours. Okay. Okay. What a relief. I was gonna ask how you're still alive. La 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 la. I go to sleep at 4 a.m. on average. 4 a.m. How many of you are familiar with the disorder known as delayed sleep phase disorder? The disorder is very intuitive. It's in the name. Delayed sleep phase disorder. More like 4 gay men. What? Delayed sleep phase disorder. Actually very common in people with ADHD. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Green shroom. Lovely name. Delayed sleep phase. Okay, so take normal sleep phase, delay it. Circadian rhythm, where body naturally wants to sleep, later than usual. Later. Delayed sleep phase disorder. Delay. I donate my sleep to women so they can get more rest. Bro, check out this feminist. Yo, Johnny Scrawny, thank you for donating your Bugatti to me the other day. I really appreciate it, bro. You know, I was in dire need and you just stepped up. Oh, and remember when you saved all of those orphans from the burning building? Dude, that was just so noble of you. Thank you, Twin. Thank you. Delayed, more like your mom. I need your sleep advice, please, for my all-nighter. My advice is don't. I feel like 80% of all-nighters are just not a good idea. All-nighters for the purpose of studying are so bad. When do you stream usually? Usually I stream a bit earlier than this. I was late today. But generally like 4 to 5 days out of the week around this time. Seeing long hair kiwis like seeing short hair Moist Critical. Yeah, but having an all-nighter with your friends is fun. That is true. That is true. But it's also extremely bad for you. But sometimes students will pull all-nighters to study, which is actually so counterproductive. If you're cramming the night before a test, what is Carla Critical doing on my feed? Carla Critical. Kiwi Z0. What was I saying? What was I? Kiwi streams usually around 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. Unfortunately, you're right, Kirby. What if I'm studying how to build healthy sleep habits? Then you would probably have the knowledge to be like, I should put this down and go to sleep for the night. Let me explain why pulling all-nighters to study is bad. Because your goal is to perform better on the test, right? But when you pull an all-nighter, the impact that has on your mental performance the next day results in a worse outcome than if you had just studied a little bit and then gone to bed. And I'm not just LARPing, this is like scientifically backed. I like turtles. Me too, twin. Diddle me this 6-7. Alright. Alright. I sleep at 10 a.m., so I think I got the delayed sleep disorder on crack. Delayed sleep disorder, I believe it has to do with your circadian rhythm? Hello, hello, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien. Estoy bien. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Y tú? Amer. Ara. Wait a minute, I know her. Is ketchup just a tomato smoothie? I would argue no. Because smoothie is cold, right? Like frozen. It's like ground up, frozen, cold. And ketchup, it is refrigerated, but like... Kiwi, do you camp? No? It is 3:43 a.m. in Scotland right now. Please give me advice for the Scottish folk out there. Twin? I'm assuming you haven't slept yet. I'm sorry to hear that, twin. Are you trying to fall asleep? What's the situation here? But yeah, for the whole all-nighter thing, many students falsely think that they're going to gain more out of studying all night than they would out of just going to sleep. Thank you for the follow, Snatievgus. Kiwi, when will you wear wigs? Do you wear wigs? Ball knowledge. OMG, it's long hair Kiwi. Yes, hunt for the cunt. Unfortunately. Wise Kiwi wisdoms. Did you lose your hair clips? What's going on? Oh my gosh, I just hit you. Unfortunate shower pre-stream. It's pronounced snotty? Alright, twin. Hello, Snotty. How are you doing today? On a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. I was pulling an all-nighter gaming and now I can't sleep. For those of you who don't know, I sound like your mother, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's true. Video games, very bad to do before sleeping because you're staring at a bright screen, blue light, signals to your suprachiasmatic nucleus. It's time to be awake. Come on, guys. Come on, circadian rhythm. This is daytime. Let's be awake. And as you're looking at this blue light and it's coming in here, it's telling you time to be wakey. When you are staring at a bright blue light. That is why your mother tells you no video games before bed. She's onto something. However, I know that's just not realistic. For example, my boyfriend lives across the globe and I call him every night. I'm not hopping off my computer for the last 3 hours. So what I do to kind of rectify it is I turn on nightlight. I turn my monitor to the lowest brightness possible. Gonna sleep, bye twin, mwah. Bye twin, mwah. Good night, Makina. I only study at night 3 or 4 hours before the exam though. That's good, that's preferred. I study like 1 hour, if that. I don't study. I don't study. You showered, broken heart emoji. Okay. I usually sleep at 12 a.m., but the last 2 months with exams, literally every 3 days, got my sleep schedule tweaking. Oh my goodness, that's not good. Whoa, wait, your hair looks different. That is correct, Amr. I had to shower. Alright, now being serious, let me share my sleep schedule I used to have till last semester or so. I used to go to college at 7 a.m. and got classes until 12:30. Then I'd come home, shower, eat, and sleep all day, like 1 p.m. to midnight, and woke up midnight/late night and stayed up all night till the cycle repeats. Wow, so like actually the earliest sleep schedule ever. Whoa. Whoa. If I try playing games past 10 p.m., my bed beckons me to close them. That's good. Just call him on a landline. Yeah, that's a good idea, Frog. That's a good idea. Speaking of sleep, last time I took a nap at my grandparents', I found out it was a cardinal sin and was just short of being blamed for the Holocaust. So naps are abused. I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, we are designed to take a nap for approximately 22 minutes at roughly, I want to say 2 p.m. So short power naps can be beneficial. The problem is people are taking 3-hour naps in the middle of the day. That is not good. That messes with your ability to get a proper 8 hours of sleep that night. Power naps are a-okay. Short naps are good. Again, I'm pretty sure the optimal number is 22 minutes, which to me makes no fucking sense. Because it takes me an hour to fall asleep minimum. And if I try to sleep during the day, it'd probably take me like 3 hours. So how am I going to time a 22-minute nap? Am I gonna set an alarm or something? Like, chances are I just fall asleep and then just keep sleeping for hours. I'm not gonna know when to set the alarm. How long it's gonna take me to fall asleep. Meow. Hello, Jack Corey, woohoo. Hello, Coffee and Bonfires. Holy cozy name. Coffee and Bonfires. Meow. Teacher, what is the biochemical and psychological effects of chronic intense sleep deprivation and how long do the effects persist? I know there's a lot. Sleep truly impacts so much. It impacts emotional processing, it impacts memory, concentration, obviously. It impacts your body. Like, they tell you to make sure to get enough sleep if you want to get gains. That's true. Basically anything. Any function of your brain that I can think of is impacted by sleep. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But sleep is so crucial, which makes me sad because I have a sleep disorder. It takes me, like I said, an hour to fall asleep. And then I'm just hearing how crucial it is. Okay. Alright. But yeah. Emotional processing, memory, concentration, mood, mental health disorders. You know, the first step if you have anxiety or depression, chances are a professional will tell you, are you sleeping well? Just to like check all the boxes in your lifestyle, because in order to be at your best mentally, you need good sleep. That was a good question, Sino. How do I convince my girlfriend to go to bed before 5 a.m.? Sorry, Kirby, I can't help you with that. Aura's a little silly. Oh, I need to keep reading. Looks really cool. I myself showered a couple hours ago. Thank you, Amr. How do you respond to negative comments? Usually I don't, Shoto. Or I laugh at them. If it's like, what's that bull ring in your nose? 9 to 5s make for a great sleep schedule. I don't have a 9 to 5. 9 to 5s are depressing. What are those blue light patterns on the wall? Do fish be there? No, that is a Frutiger Arrow light that I have on my desk. My Twitch is lagging. Is it lagging for anyone else? Hello chat, how are we? Why is her hair like that? Okay. Hello Casanetero, how are you doing? 2 hours is good for a nap. According to the science, it is not. It is way easier for me to sleep during the day than night. Honestly, Feral, like, I kind of get that. In the morning, I'm so tired, but at night when it's time to sleep, I'm actually not tired. Sometimes. Make someone watch you sleep, then wake you up after 22 minutes. Do they, like, check my pulse? How do they know if I'm sleeping? It's lagging? I read some article in high school that suggested ancient humans may have slept 4 hours, woke up and were active for a while, and then slept another 4 hours. Interesting. Interessante. Yes, digestion is delayed also. Oh, Sino, are you saying that bad sleep impacts digestion? Because that's also true. La, 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 la. My sleep is super fucked up, but I'm obviously like the ultimate sleep schedule fixing trip. What does that mean, Casanetero? I need to read faster. Bull ring on point today. Thank you, Orphan System, I appreciate it. I always look at the people who say I sleep in 10 minutes like, what the fuck did you just say? No, genuinely. I once read that the average time it takes to fall asleep is 7 minutes. If I could fall asleep in 7 minutes, I would have cured cancer by now. Like, what? It actually takes me an hour. And back in school, when I used to go to bed early at like 11 p.m., it would take me around 2 hours on average to fall asleep. Like, what are we talking about? Kiwi shows all the negative comments in the secret mod chat, and then we go all and dox whoever made them. Yeah. I send all the hate comments to the mod chat, and then we all jump on them like wolves, and we just tear them apart and dox them. For sure, that's what happens. You are now breathing consciously and manually. See, I'm so mentally checked out, that doesn't even work on me. I am holding my breath until my face turns purple. Alright. This live is helping me sleep right now. That's good to hear. It's not lagging on mine. It's not lagging for me. Okay, that's good news. Alarm that hears you snoring and then sets itself for 22 minutes. Imagine the millisecond you fall asleep, you just start snoring. Stream is good on my end. Hello, Mist. How are you doing on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. I'm in Glaciers National Park right now, and it's actually so beautiful. That sounds awesome, Casanetero. Goodbye, Amr. Goodbye, twin. I think I can sleep in 10 minutes if I'm not stressed. Never. That's such a flex. I am so jealous. La 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 la. From junior year of high school till sophomore of college, I slept in 4-hour blocks. That is crazy. There was one specific YouTube video I found that showed how to sleep in 5 minutes, and it worked so well for me for a while, but I can't refine the exact video and others don't explain it well. Holy panacea, that sounds insane. Thank you for unfollowing me and refollowing Gonkus. I appreciate it. Kiwi, you have now thought about the game. We have now all lost the game. Your rage bait does not work on me. Hi, Dev! Hello! Good morning! Can I get a W, Dev, in the chat? Kiwi, stop existing. It's annoying. Okay. La 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 la. Oh my god, you look like Los Spoils TV. Who is that? Thank you. Thank you, Castanetero, for unfollowing and refollowing. I sleep again. Alright, good night, Dev. Good night, Pookie. Watching Kiwi in a national park, we have our priorities. Yeah, what a beautiful view. You mean the scenery, right? No, check out Kiwi Draw's stream. W, Dev. He's so cute. Look at him sleep. 7 minutes seems long, not gonna lie. There's days it takes like 30+ minutes, but most times, as soon as I touch my bed, it's over. Holy shit, the things I would give. I go to bed at 4:30 sometimes. I've gone to bed at 8 a.m. and it still takes me like 30 minutes. Even now, where I've settled at like a 4 a.m. bedtime, this late, it still takes me like an hour to fall asleep. La la. I got the ultimate method of playing dark ambient music to make your hyperactive brain shut the fuck up so you can stay still and go to sleep. I do that too. Sometimes I play rain sounds, sometimes I play a YouTube video. It really helps. I have found that it really helps with anxiety and spiraling at night to just have noise, somebody talking in my ear. I could never sleep with a video playing, but I gained the ability because I went through a period of intense anxiety, and having a YouTube video while I fell asleep was so beneficial. Not like officially suggesting that, but it worked for me. 4 hours around 4 a.m. and then 4 hours right when I got home from school. Damn. I can't imagine not dreaming. I love them. I had a dream the other day that I was doing a presentation on ancient Tunisian outdoor furniture. But Kiwi, can you sleep with your own stream on? Like do a sleep stream? No. What if I like fart in my sleep or something? That'd be so embarrassing. Also, I could not fall asleep. If I knew people were watching me, it already takes me an hour to fall asleep. If I knew there were eyes on me, my ass would not fall asleep. Oh yeah, but dreams are fire. Shout out dreams. But Kiwi, you should camp. It's fun and you won't lay there awake if you tire yourself out hiking. I would rather tire myself out hiking, go home to my cozy, clean bed, and sleep there. I have an intense phobia of bugs, so camping is actually the worst. I went camping once, and a large bug got in between my tent and then like this outer layer, I don't know why there were 2 layers, but there were 2 layers on my tent. And one of them was mesh, so I could see the bug in between the 2 layers and I could hear it. Like, it was disgusting. Terrible, actually terrible. And it's gross and you can't clean yourself properly. And I'm super freaky when it comes to germs. So no, camping is not my thing. Hello Kiwi, I hope you're having a day. Thank you Epic Sigma Mail, I hope you're having a day as well. La 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 la. How did the date go with Dev? He asked you out on last stream. It went very well, thank you for asking, Abodi. Thank you for the follow, Jack Corey Woohoo. You know that one guy who does sleep streams with a microphone on his butt connected to a giant speaker, so every time he farts it wakes him up? Wait, that's genius. That's... wow. Wow. I consider the time of me trying to sleep also sleeping. I'm not coping at all. Sometimes I do that to try and make myself feel better. It's so irritating because I feel like oftentimes it's framed like, alright, I'm gonna go to bed at midnight and wake up at 8 a.m. to get 8. I'm gonna go to bed at midnight, wake up at 8 a.m. so that I get 8 hours of sleep, right? But brother, you and I both know that does not result in 8 hours. At least for me, that would result in 7 hours. Maybe even 6.5. Like, what do you mean? What are you actually talking about? I don't like when the assumption is made that being in bed is equivalent to getting sleep. That just doesn't make sense at all. La, la, da, na, na, na. Yeah, if we could have like a full shower and sink wherever we set up camp, I'd like it a lot more. Me too. And also a clean shelter that's not a gross ass tent. Because if I clean myself and then I go in a dirty tent, I immediately feel dirty. La 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 la. Hello Kiwi, I hope you're having a horrible day. Well, joke's on you, my day was whimsical and wonderful. Posture check, twin. Sometimes I get angry that I can't sleep, so I get more awake. Me too! Sometimes it's like, oh gosh, I have to wake up in this many hours, and I haven't been able to sleep yet. And then I worry about it, and I worry about it, and then I can't sleep because I'm worrying about sleep. Somebody ask me a question, by the way. Somebody, ask me something about sleep. I want to yap. What? There's a what? Yo, can we get a ban on whatever the fuck is going on? What do you mean? I took them out back. Thank you. I appreciate it, Retro. How does that even get brought up? Brother, what? This is an autistic stream about sleep. Well, how did they even get here? Force femming my boyfriend into a cat girl. Like, what kind of audience? You look so cool with your hair down low-key. Thank you, twin, I appreciate it. Thank you. I usually get anxious if I think about sleep while sleeping, so end up not sleeping. That's so real, Mist. That's so real. My question is, what is optimal sleep posture? I don't know. I'm not qualified to speak on that. I sleep on my side and I hug a pillow. I know that I'm pretty sure side and back sleeping is okay, but what's bad is sleeping on your chest, like on your stomach, and twisting your neck to the side. Even though it's high-key comfortable. I think sleeping on your back is bad if you have sleep apnea, because it can cause your tongue to fall back and encourage snoring. I think I would guess the optimal sleep posture for breathing and not drooling and snoring would be on your side. Because I know for people with sleep apnea, they tell you to not sleep on your back. Kiwi, do you put much stock in dreams? Are they a window into our secret desires, or is it just our brain doing stuff? Both. Both. There are many theories out there to describe dreams, and some dreams they contain components of your day. Hugging the pillow is the bomb type shit. Some dreams contain elements of your day. Memory consolidation, you're replaying stuff but connecting it with other ideas in the dream. Some dreams are random. And people who tell you that dreams are the window into the soul and they're gonna tell the future and they all have very significant meaning, that's just not true. Sometimes they have meaning, but there's multiple theories, there's multiple explanations, and I think that they are all true. Sometimes a dream can just be random. Sometimes a dream can have elements of your life. For example, I had a dream that I was presenting on ancient Tunisian outdoor furniture. Now, why was it Tunisian? Probably because my boyfriend is Tunisian. But why was I presenting on outdoor furniture? I don't know, that's fucking random. I haven't done a presentation in months. So, to answer your question, I think it's both, Rizo. And I don't think it's just my opinion because this is backed by science. I learned about it in my AP Psych class. There's multiple theories. One of them is like random neuron activation, if I recall correctly, which is the whole completely randomized thing. I always roll my eyes when somebody's like, oh, the dreams are gonna tell the future and they speak about your secret desires. Like, they can have elements of your thoughts and what happened during the day and things that have been going on in your brain, but they're not like prophecies. Effects of rain sounds on metal roof while you're trying to fall asleep. Scientists have said that it is, and I quote, peak. When I sleep on my back, it is a very uncomfortable feeling, but I am able to dream more vividly and have never had sleep paralysis with any other posture. I sleep on my back with my arm over my eyes. That's so peculiar. I've never been able to sleep on my back. Same here, Frog. Sleeping on the right side is the healthiest. Is that so? I sleep on my stomach, but I probably do 500 plus barrel rolls a night. So real, so real. Every morning I wake up and my sheets are just... I normally have to sleep on my back because my cat demands to sleep on my chest and his brother between my legs. Oh, that's wholesome. I usually sleep on my side, then wake up like I've been ran over about 500 times. That's me. That's me. Sleeping on the side sometimes makes me drool on the pillow. That's also real. Sometimes I'll like put my pillow right here and squish it so it closes my mouth so I don't drool. But I don't think I tend to drool anyway. Just on a rare, unfortunate occasion. I hate drooling, it's so gross. La la. I sleep in a fetal position with either one arm under my pillow and the other between my legs or hugging my Hajj. That's amazing. I think dreams are super easy to find meaning from. The dream readers are just doing too much. I was running from a monster and I felt scared. You are stressed. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Sino. That's pretty much it. People who put so much emphasis on it and just LARP about it, they're doing too much. They're doing too much. Have you sat in furniture recently? This could be deep. Tunisian outdoor furniture is peak though. True. Ancient Tunisian outdoor furniture. And I remember that I hadn't finished my presentation properly, so right before I did it, I was like researching. Gulp. Sleeping on your abdomen and rotating your head to the side overstretch your neck muscles, resulting in abnormal neck posture. Did you know that jumping spiders have REM sleep? That's news to me. Holy moly. What editing software do you use? CapCut. The goat. Hello, Allie. Hello. That's so cute. Grok, is this true? Speaking of Grok, I just made a video on large language models and cognitive offloading. Why am I struggling to speak today? Hello, Allie. How are you doing today? 8 to 10 hours of sleep is good. That is correct. I learned it through a science communicator video I watched yesterday, so I mean hopefully true. Valid. The first result is an article about Harvard researchers' findings on it. Oh, on the jumping spiders having REM sleep? That's a good sign. Because I sleep in the day a lot, even if I close every window, there is still light, so I learned to sleep while covering my eyes with my arm, and now it's a habit even at night. Oh, that's so peculiar. See, I have the same problem because my blinds suck, but then I just replace my blinds. I used to have that problem because the sun rises on the side where my room is. So it's like a beacon shining into my room. Gang, I'm about to be able to afford Dev Esoteric. That's so big. That's so big. My dreams have high-key zero meaning. I would guess that they have more than zero meaning, but I would guess that they have less meaning than the average dream reader LARPer says they do. Do you lucid dream? No, I don't. For a while I tried to lucid dream, but I could never do it. I had a cousin that lucid dreamed, and he told me to hold a pen and then like pay attention to the feeling of the pen in my hand and then notice when I can't feel it anymore, or something like that. But I feel like lucid dreaming is a lot easier when it doesn't take an hour to fall asleep. Because it takes me an hour. And I'm gonna be tossing and turning with this pen. And then by the time I fall asleep, it's probably gonna fall out of my hand anyway. I lucid dream through forcing sleep paralysis from a video I saw. That's high-key cool. I've never had sleep paralysis. I've been doing it every night for like a decade now? Whoa! I'm trying to get back into it, but it requires so much focus I don't have right now. Really? Anyway, sometimes I have stupidly mediocre dreams that randomly happen in about a month, so I guess I can see the future, but it's just and whatever. Yo, chat, what's good? Hello, twin. I got a piece of ice. Ew. Unfortunately, dreams cannot read the future. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I remember one time I realized that I was dreaming accidentally and then I just started flying. That was so peak, bro. I love flying in dreams. It feels so cool. My dreams consist of usually whatever I'm obsessed in at the time, which is usually games. Valid. Oh, hold it while you're in bed? Hell not. Exactly, right? Like, I can't even fall asleep as is and now I have to hold this pen. Or, I mean, I'm assuming you just rest it in your hand because it's hard to fall asleep exerting force, you know, like utilizing your muscles. They tell you to relax all your muscles to fall asleep. So I'm assuming he meant just have it in your hand loosely. And wait until you can't feel it. I can't remember the last time I dreamed. I used to feel that way. And for some reason these past couple of days I've been having such vivid dreams. I think because I happened to wake up like during REM sleep. Another thing that has a lot to do with whether or not you remember your dreams is when you wake up. If you wake up during REM sleep, you're gonna probably remember the dream. If you wake up during deep sleep, or during a different phase, there's a lower chance of you remembering your dream, because you only dream during REM sleep. Rapid eye movement. What? Swear to God, one of my dreams was me SHOOTING chuds. Brother, you can't just say that. We used to be members of a society. Okay. I love scary dreams. What? Like I'm being chased by someone or some monster. It's like a better version of a horror movie. Alright, what the fuck? I hate scary dreams. They're terrible. Why would you want to feel stressed? Although I wake up scared after 2 minutes, I'm like, wow, that was cool. Survival instincts? Question mark? I wonder if a weighted blanket could do that. Oh, like you feel the weight? And then you wait until you wait until you don't feel it anymore. Whoa! Thank you, Cereal. Meow. I appreciate it, twin. Thank you so much. Hey, shout out Cereal. With the based message. Meow:3. Couldn't have said it better myself, twin. Yeah, constant reality checks during the day help a lot. Really? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go on a tangent. That reminds me of something. I love therapeutic tactics, emotional regulation, things that you can do to help yourself manage emotions. You know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Like with anxiety. Meow. Meow. One thing you can do that helps with anxiety is to periodically check in on yourself during the day. Just stop, ground yourself in the moment, think, what do I feel right now? Do I feel like, does my head hurt? I can feel my shoes, I can feel my feet in my shoes. Am I feeling happy, sad, stressed? You just label what you're feeling at points during the day and it helps to ground you. It helps with anxiety. It helps with mindfulness. You know what I'm talking about? Hell yeah. I love that shit. Bro, I have pens constantly on my hand and nothing happens for crap. I'm not trying though, so I guess I don't have lucid dreams. It's not just holding pens. Like, I think you have to be intentional with it. You have to do reality checks where you're like, alright, I'm awake. I am not dreaming. And I think you have to make a habit of that. But I'm not a lucid dreamer, so I'm not qualified to speak on that. One time I woke up naturally at 5 AM feeling so energized and refreshed, and it made me realize what's possible, but my sleep's always fucked. Never achieved it again. That's so real. I'm missing sleep right now, but at least this makes me feel better. I'm glad to hear that, Java Dragon. Twin, how are you doing on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing, be honest. Hello, Abnormality. Twintervention. That's special. Any second now, I could afford Dev Esoteric. I feel like I only get anxiety when I sleep. Other than that, I'm good all day. There is an occurrence of anxiety occurring on... Whoa. Why can't I speak? There is a pattern of anxiety occurring alongside the hours where you're supposed to be asleep. Abodi, so that makes sense. Also, you experience a cortisol spike in the morning that helps you wake up. But if you have anxiety, if that isn't properly managed, it can cause morning anxiety as well, like right when you wake up. There's a great misunderstanding of cortisol because it's become a meme, but the purpose of the cortisol spike in the morning by itself is actually good. It just helps to energize you, get you out of bed, get you moving. The problem is if you have anxiety, or if it's just managed poorly for whatever reason, psychologically speaking, it can also cause, what's it called? In people with depression, the morning cortisol spike can cause this numbness, like this very lazy feeling where you don't even want to get out of bed. I was learning about it, like, I want to say a month ago. Very intriguing. I love talking about cortisol just because it's popular, but nobody knows what it is. They just think it's like bad stress, and then low cortisol is good, happy, calm. One is horrible, Java Dragon. Ring, ding, 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 ding. It sounds like too much work just to get lucid dreams. High key, Mist. I feel the same way. The intent is the important part, yes. If there's no mental focus going through the motions, it does not do much. Oh, that makes sense. Exactly. Cortisol is a good thing, just not when it's sustained. Exactly, Sino. And so many people don't know that. See, I'm autistic. This shouldn't actually bother me at all. This should not bother me, but it does. It really bothers me that people just think, cortisol bad. Cortisol, stress, scary, bad. It's not bad. It's bad when it's in extremely high amounts or for too long. It just depends on the extent of it. When you have a little cortisol spike in the morning, that's not bad. It can be bad if you have anxiety. If you have long-term higher cortisol, that's bad. But in isolation, in a healthy, normal human being, cortisol is not always bad. It's there for a reason. Oh, hello there. Yo, what's good, brunette? How are you doing on a scale from 1 to 10, twin? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Like a 5, but will probably deteriorate. I hope that number improves, Java Dragon. Lucid dreaming is overrated. There's no way it's worth the time investment. Asked which end was which just to go to the middle of the scale. Wait, that's true. Hey, avocado. Hello, dog. Why are we calling me avocado? And I feel like it's also because in the day I distract myself with a lot of things like studying or playing video games, but when it's time to sleep, it's just me and my thoughts. True. True. Hey, I might sound like your mom, but I'm gonna analyze your statement real quick. I distract myself a lot with things like studying or playing video games. 2 things that are scientifically proven to help with anxiety and just general mental health issues are exercise and social connection. Exercise and social connection have been shown to greatly reduce symptoms of depression. They are so incredibly good for you. So it is true that it's easier to be distracted during the day, but one way to have a sort of good distraction that will also help you at night, will lessen the chances of spiraling in anxiety, is to, during the day, have those distractions be more healthy. Like, why am I hiccuping so much? Socializing, exercise, social exercise, running with a friend. Hi, chatlings, I'm back. Did Brunette respond? I wasn't looking at this chat. Hi, chatlings, I'm back. Hello, Kasanetaro. Greetings, twin. Some people lucid dream for productive things like meditation and all, but I just fuck with the fun part. That's valid. What's 34 plus 98? 120 plus 132. One of my sleep hacks I stole from an ex is that I got my lights in my space set to turn red around 2 to 3 hours before bed. I do that too, Snotty. I do that too. And if I recall, I haven't seen any studies to back it up, but if I recall, it's less abrasive. Whoa! Thank you so much for the floor.
Meow. 3.
Thank you, twin. Hey, Sweetie Pepper, W Pepper. How are you doing today on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Thank you very much for the florps, twin. I appreciate it. Does playing video games with my friends count as socializing? I'm not a professional. This is what I always guess, though. I would say it's good. It's better than not socializing, but it's not as good as being in person. That would be my guess as a non-professional autistic chud who likes psychology. Social exercise is just a run club. True, I used to do that. I used to run with people, and running with people genuinely saved my mental health. Like, oh my, I cannot convey how badly I was doing before it, and the absolute transformation that I went through because of it. It's genuinely insane. I think running as a group, long distance running with friends, is legitimately like one of the best things you can do for your mental health. Meow. Meow. I turn my PC lights orange. Me too. I do that at night. Blue light bad for sleep, so eliminating blue light good for sleep. That makes perfect sense, Snotty. I once saw, I want to say it was like an advertisement claiming that blue light wasn't actually bad for sleep. Is that bullshit? I feel like that's bullshit. Is it? Because for the longest time I was told that blue light was bad for sleep. I often try to distract myself with video games with friends because my internal monologue is low-key poison. I'm not really qualified to speak on video games and that topic. Ever heard of green light, buddy? Blue light when green light walks in. We always talk about blue light, but have we ever addressed green light? The true enemy. My AP Psych teacher said blue light bad, and I trust that man with my life. True, Pepper. Mine did too, and I feel the same way about him. La la. Oh yeah, but back to the whole distracting thing, because I've seen two different people mention video games and distraction. Distraction can only take you so far, and it's very healthy to not fully rely on distractions. And I say that as somebody that distracts myself a lot, but it is intuitive. Doing nothing but distracting yourself is not the best thing for your mental health. But simultaneously, is the solution to then just sit in anxiety? One thing that I've seen from a therapy channel that I watch is one method that can be beneficial for people with anxiety, for people that ruminate and worry, is to schedule your worrying. Say, okay, I'm feeling some worrying coming on, but I'm gonna save this until 3 p.m. today. And then I'm gonna have a 20-minute worry block. So it's really hard to tell yourself, don't worry. Our brain doesn't work in negatives. You can't just tell yourself, don't think about an elephant. You just thought about an elephant probably. Similarly, it's extremely hard to just say, don't worry. But when you, I know it sounds stupid, but it works. There's scientific evidence to support this. That's funny ass advice, but I've heard it too. Yeah, exactly. I found it silly as well. Address me. Sorry, I can't hang out. I'm gonna be worried then. Type shit. But by scheduling the worry, it makes it more effective to put it off, to silence it. It's easier to say, I'm gonna worry about this at 3 p.m. than it is to say, stop worrying about this. Just go away, anxiety. That is extremely hard to do. It is much easier to put it off. And there's scientific evidence to back it. I guess because you have practice with managing your worry with, I don't know, emotional maturity, emotional processing, being able to control yourself, being able to postpone the worry until this specific chunk of time where you can address it. Also, during that time, one thing that's really beneficial to do is journal. Journaling is very good. Writing shit down is very good for your brain. So, according to the video that I watched from this lady that is a professional, unlike me, is a very good strategy would be to schedule a chunk of time to be worried. Try to just, you know, this is crazy tech. Try to postpone worrying until that chunk of time, and then journal about it during that time, and journal about your worries. Why did I start talking about that? I forget. Can I put my hair up now? It's still kind of wet. Coffee over tea? Yes, Phantom. Every day, all day. Coffee over tea. I'm gonna get tarred and feathered for saying this, but I do not like tea. Okay, what's going on? Wow, I feel like a whole new human being. Getting this 5 in the morning is astonishing to see. Oh, I feel like a new man. Hello guys, I'm back. It's me, Kiwi Draws. LMAO, my first time catching you live. I'm assuming you meant. Hello, twin. Coffee over tea every day. I said what I said. I want to ask, is being sad or depressed, but for a reason you know, count as depression? That's a good question, and I don't know. Because, like, it makes sense. If you experience tragedy, you're going to be affected as a result. So that's a really good question. I was depressed, but for a specific reason. Once it got solved, I was good.
What is this
peasant talking about? I need to turn up my volume. Alright, bro. Dog, thank you for the florp. Thank you for the florp. Why are we calling me a peasant? But okay. Okay. Sorry, Abodi, I actually don't have the answer to that question. I do know that depression caused by tragedy is natural. Like, I don't know how to word this. It's not worrying if somebody is depressed because they experienced intense tragedy. Like, if somebody's family member dies and they become depressed, no one's gonna be like, ooh, there's something wrong with you mentally. Ooh, you might wanna, like, get that checked out. Or, like, see a therapist for the reason of something wrong, rather than just helping them get through it.
Pride Florp.
Thank you for the Pride Florp, twin. Best florp out there. Yo, dog, I appreciate you, twin. But I'm struggling to convey this properly, but it's not abnormal to become depressed if something really bad happens. That's not abnormal. I'm really struggling to convey this. Hello. Sometimes an event can cause a change in chemistry or like activate certain hormone cycles. That makes sense. That makes sense. One time I dreamed about a snake chasing me and my body started running in real life. I've done that too. You know when you're falling asleep and then you suddenly feel like you tripped and then your whole body jerks? I like boba tea. Me too. For some reason I don't like tea, but I like boba with tea. Like milk tea, milk tea. Tea is better than coffee. Worst take ever? Newest anxiety tech working 2026. Abodi, you keep asking awesome questions. I think depression usually isn't caused by things, but rather just psychological. I think oftentimes it's both, Frog. And the thing that I like to focus on, there's two types of helpful coping. There's three types of coping, from what I've seen in the studies that I've been reading. First type is problem-focused coping. Basically, how can I fix this? What can I do about this? How can I fix the thing that's making me distressed? That's problem-focused, and it can be good, healthy. Another type of healthy coping is emotion-focused coping, and that is, I'm not going to try to change the event, I'm going to try and change my emotional response to it. That's what I really like. That's the coping strategy that I highly value. It is very much adjacent to an internal locus of control, where you try and identify what is within your control. What is more within your control than your own reaction? That is the thing that you can control the most consistently. You can't always control the problem. You can't always use problem-focused coping. That's not always going to be there. You know what is always going to be there? Your own brain. You are the pilot of your own brain. So that's why I really like emotion-focused coping. And why was I saying that? I forgot. Oh, I think depression isn't usually caused by things, but rather just psychological. I would say that it's both, but I like to focus on the psychological aspect of it more. I like to focus on the cognitive aspect of it more, rather than the what in the life is causing it. You know what I'm talking about? And another thing I like to say to illustrate this is, you can be a billionaire and have a mansion and seemingly everything is perfect, but be depressed. You can also live a very disadvantaged life, live in a very just like small, beat down house, really struggling financially, and be happy. And that's not at all to belittle the experience of those people and say, oh, you should be fine. Just get through it. Just better your mentality. Not at all. I'm just saying it to illustrate the concept that your mind is very powerful. And your experience in this world is just how you perceive it. Does that make sense? Why did I do that? A whole new world. Oh my gosh, I haven't read chat in so long. Now that's Kiwi, finally. Okay. A whole new world. la 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 la. Da, na, na, da, na, da. You can still see a therapist to help with a traumatic event. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. When I was poorly explaining it, I meant like, it'd still be good to see a therapist to help you through it, but it's not because, oh, there's something horribly wrong with you. Why are you depressed? That doesn't make sense. We should see a therapist to work this out. No, it's like, you're depressed for this obvious reason, so let's see somebody that's gonna help you through it. That's what I was trying to say, poorly. I'm always scared that I'm gonna say the wrong thing or just like embarrass myself. Keep in mind that I'm not a professional. I say this like 20 times a minute, bro. Blah, 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 blah. Is the falling sensation not something that happens to you? Oh, it is. Caffeine is overrated. Worst take ever? Coffee is factually better. That's my goat right there. That's my goat right there, Mist. Hello, Step. Depression, I find, comes with unrecognized support needs in neurodivergent folks. That sounds valid, but I don't quite understand what you're saying, Step. Comes with unrecognized support needs? Are you saying that neurodivergent people struggle more frequently with finding support for depression? Is that what you're saying? Triple Dev Barrett. How do I say that word? The K in Kiwi stands for knowledge. I appreciate it, Twin. Girl, you are a Twitch streamer. You should not care about what you say. I don't think that's... I feel like I should care about what I say. I appreciate academic discussion. Dev esoteric. Wait, that's big! Oh, how do I like my coffee? Cold brew. Fuck Starbucks, bro. Why are you charging me $5 for this small-ass coffee? Truly. What's it called? Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome. There isn't much people interested in psychology I can talk to, so I'm asking you all the questions in my mind. That makes me happy, Abodi. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Oh yeah, but I was gonna say, I'm a very anxious person. I worry so much, and I always worry, being a content creator, that I'm gonna say something that's wrong. I'm always worried about it. I worry so much about it. I'm always afraid of stepping out of line and talking about anything outside of, I'm a cat girl, la 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 la. Even like things within that sphere sometimes worry me, because like, what if I said something wrong? What if I said something bad? Blah 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 blah. Just, I ruminate on it, which is why I'm always saying, not a professional, this is just my opinion, blah 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 blah. Just so you know, just to be transparent. Thank you for the follow, Fight the Skull. La 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 la. For example, my video of, I will impregnate my femboy boyfriend, got a comment that was like, if I recall correctly, it said, I don't want to be impregnated. I just want to be a femboy without everybody sexualizing it. And I was like, damn. I made that video, like, as a silly joke. But then what if it actually had this negative impact of further sexualizing femboys? Like, something that I thought was innocent, something that I thought was just a harmless joke, and then I'm discovering, oh, this person thinks it's bad, this person thinks it's furthering some agenda of sexualizing femboys, which I don't want to do. So, I really struggle with knowing what is okay and what is not. And a lot of the time, I just have to learn through doing the bad thing, and then suffering the consequences and saying, oh, okay. Cold brew too? Fucking based. Mist, I knew you would get it, Twin. I knew you would get it. Caffeine makes me feel very bad. It makes me hyper aware of my own body. Barely gives me any more energy than I already have. People respond. Why did I say your name like that? People respond to caffeine very differently. I have an extremely high tolerance, and I have ADHD. I already made a whole video on that. But caffeine is managed by ADHD brains differently. I said that horribly. People with ADHD have a different experience with caffeine. I'm not going to explain all that because I made a whole video on it and I've talked about it on stream before for like an hour, but people with ADHD will not feel as energetic. I get a mood boost. I am able to concentrate more. It does not affect my energy. I could drink a cup of coffee and then go to sleep. Femboys are cool. I agree. You need exposure therapy. Say something wrong. That's kind of... Okay. La 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 la. Is it normal that my sleep cycle adds 1 hour every time? So if I sleep at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m., next time I sleep at 11 p.m. and 7 a.m.? That's so peculiar. I learned about a sleep disorder that sounded like that. There's a sleep disorder where it was basically your circadian rhythm, your biological clock, your mental idea of a day is longer than an actual day. So each day that you sleep, it's like more and more skewed. And that sounds exactly like what you were describing. That's crazy. No, like not diagnosing or anything. Here I go getting worried again. Not diagnosing, but I think it's crazy that that sounds exactly like the rare sleep disorder that I was learning about. I feel like that type of anxiety will go away over the course of time. No one is perfect off rip when speaking. A lot of people understand that. That's a very reassuring thought, Mist. My hope is that I just show to my community that I'm not some evil person and that I just might be stupid sometimes. But I always seek out knowledge and growth. I want people to understand that I have good values and that I'm not a horrible human being and that I'm always looking to improve. So if I fuck up in any way that's obviously not too egregious, then people will just see that I'm willing to improve and desire to improve myself as a human being and respect that. One day an AI will see that title and tell someone femboys can get pregnant. Oh goodness. There will always be people who will tear you limb from limb because you said something slightly wrong, but that's not the audience you want to culminate. The real fans won't be angry because you made a mistake. That's also very reassuring. Thank you for the kind words, Sweetie Pepper. She has a PhD in overthinking. I do! Doing the bad thing and suffering the consequences is the human experience. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are some things that are extremely bad that there's no coming back from, but those are not things that I'm interested in partaking in. I like to think that I'm a generally good human. Okay, I don't want to be rude, but some people can't take a joke, TBH. Yeah, there's also the fact that a lot of people online are chronically online and get offended at anything. Keyboard warriors. I've gotten better. I've gotten much better at managing hate comments. Which sounds silly because I'm such an overthinker, but like, trust me, I used to be so worried. Even if I got like a neutral comment, I'd be like, oh no, do they hate it? Oh no. And now I just, negative comments don't bother me anymore. The only thing that bothers me is if someone makes a comment that suggests that I did something wrong. Then I start worrying, like, oh no, did I do something wrong? Like, am I gonna get canceled? But I'm very happy that I've gotten to the point where hate comments just don't affect me. If somebody said, like, that nose ring is ugly, I can actually giggle at it, which makes me happy. Now you chill, Twi. Thank you, the real Husayin. I appreciate it, Twin. Caffeine resistance is fun until I remember that some of my meds have reduced efficacy with caffeine. I've had a ton of caffeine and not noticed anything. Bro, the combo of having a high tolerance and ADHD is crazy. I barely feel coffee. Actually, like, barely. A cold brew of the size that I get is 180 milligrams of caffeine. And I don't even feel it. I just feel slightly more alert. I can focus a little bit better and my mood is better. More productive, more motivated. But my energy levels, the exact same. And I don't get shaky, I don't get anxious. It actually reduces my anxiety. Yes, the things that are truly unforgivable are not easy things to do. Very true, Sino. Like, you know, like Minecraft YouTubers, that type of thing. That's unforgivable. And it's also extremely easy to not do. As long as people are willing to grow and not cause deliberate harm, everything is okay. That's really valid, Sino. Evil Kiwi be like, I do not want to impregnate my femboy. Kiwi, I'm a Roblox gangster. What? Wait, is that Gollum? Bro, Gollum, pull up the Twitch. Why are you on the inferior chat? I thought you were one of the hate commenters. One of the lobotomites in the YouTube chat. Come over to Twitch, Twin. Sometimes my sleep gets so fucked it does a full loop and becomes normal again. Wow. That reminds me of Dev. Holy Gollum in 2026, right? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I vanished for half an hour and the hair is up. Nature heals in beautiful ways. Oh my gosh. Who the fuck is this loser AE? Evil Kiwi be like, I'm Australian. Am I getting sick? Why am I coughing? Because I'm lazy and TS just spawned in. Inferior chat? Yep. Unfortunately, the YouTube chat tends to have more bots and also just like weird people for some reason. I don't know why. There are plenty of chill, awesome people on YouTube chat, but also there's a pattern where if there's some weird person, or today we literally had a NAZI in the YouTube chat. Like, you don't see that happening in Twitch. Holy Gollum in 2026, I thought his soul was gone. On Gollum's soul. Can't help but notice you weren't talking about sleep. That's true. Somebody asked me a question about sleep. Yo, Kiwen Manisuno. I'm not talking about you, Twin. You're chill. Don't worry, Twin. I'm talking about the Neo NAZIs that somehow make their way onto my channel. Oh shit, does who know about the RP? What? Gollum, what do you say? Getting sick? Nah, you've always been sick. Cause you sick as fuck, bruh. Okay. Mist, I appreciate the kind words. I'm not sure exactly by how much, but the YouTube stream is a bit delayed. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Have you ever interacted with him? Like more than twice. I'm so happy with these streams. I can ask questions without people brushing me off or thinking I'm annoying for asking too many questions. Yes, that is so joyful to hear about you. Because I swear to God, you always be asking the best questions. Keep asking, Twin. Any question that you have, ask it. Again, I'm not a professional, but I like to think that I know slightly more about psychology than the average human. Because I'm autistic and it's my special interest. Also, did you know that I'm minoring in psychology? What use is sleep? Personally, I don't sleep. Based? Imagine how much time we could save and how much we could do if we didn't have to sleep. How many hours of sleep do you think the average person has missed out on during their life, according to the recommended hours per night at each age? Too much. And I think that number is only getting worse. Hello, Sprout. I think the average person does not get enough sleep, and I think it's getting worse. What are you majoring in? Software engineering. Was the new lore about your femboy? Seen 5 videos so far, am I missing out? Gollum doesn't even know about dev. Bro's out of the loop. Yeah, I would say the average person does not sleep enough, and that number is only getting worse. That's my guess. That's not scientifically backed, that's my guess. Oh yeah, I've lost so much fucking time sleeping. That's so true. And even worse is the time spent falling asleep when you're not even asleep yet. YouTube, I think, has more broad appeal, so you get more kids and chuds. Oh, my theory is that Twitch is woker because it attracts a nerdier audience. You remind. What do I remind? Why do you grab us in the intros? It was supposed to be like a wave, but I like doing this more than like... Because this is just bleh. So I like grabbing you. I like being aggressive with it. It's like a wave, but it's slightly more special. So yeah, I'm majoring in software engineering, but I want to switch. I want to switch my minor to something comp sci related, and I want to major in psychology. Do you have a particular dream that you can remember that you wish you could live in? No. I like my life, honestly. Yo, I don't want to make this about me, so I'm gonna say this all in one message. So the way you say my name, I want to know what's the better way of spelling my name. Hussein. It's pronounced Hussein. Hussein. Hussein? I used to know somebody with that last name. I would always say Hussein. But is it Hussein or Hussein? Either of the last two, I would pronounce Hussein. But the way it's spelled right now is kind of confusing to me. Twin. The real. That's why you take naps instead of sleeping. I would not recommend that. No, I lost so much time being awake. I love sleep. The difference with Twitch is you need to be sentient to sign up, but it's really easy on YouTube. Oh, I'm majoring in psychology wholly based. Oh, and also YouTube has like the actual drooling toddlers. Every time I see a toddler holding a phone, like half of my neurons just die. They just like wrinkle up and collapse. Actually the worst thing ever. Oh my gosh. When I see a toddler scrolling, oh, bro. Don't have kids if you're not gonna parent them. Oh my god. That is one of the things that pisses me off the most. Don't have kids if you can't handle the responsibility of being a parent. Every time I go to a restaurant and I see a family eating and the kid's actually just staring at their device. What is the age you will give a kid a phone? I don't want kids. Thank you for the follow, punny player. See, like, it's so sad that me, somebody who's very aware of the responsibilities of being a parent, somebody who believes firmly that if you can't handle being a parent and will just let a phone parent your kid, that you shouldn't have kids, doesn't want kids. I wish more parents would share in my ideology. Opinion about capybara? I like capybara. Okay, sayonara, bye-bye, I gotta start going to bed. Good night, snotty. Good night, twin. That's the new generation. Yeah. People always say, there is a true phenomenon of every single generation saying this new generation is fucked. It's documented that there's a bit of a bias where every single generation has said that at some point. But I truly think that with our generation, it's a bit more true. Just because for the past 100 years, we never had phones. We never had shorts where you could scroll endlessly. This is a very new development. And so, Parasocial Me, I see you got unbanned. I saw your request and I respected it, twin. Yeah, that's right. I didn't know that I had unbanned requests, and then I saw it one day. I'm like, oh, okay. What was I saying? One person did something truly egregious, and then their appeal was just a sad emoji. What is the... What if you were the only adult left on the planet and you had to take in a kid? I mean, we could make what ifs up all day. Like, I would do it, but brother, that's never gonna happen. I don't want kids. Having a kid is too much of a responsibility for you. I would say for me, yeah. Having well spoken like a true Kiwi. Having ADHD and autism makes it hard to even just support myself. I don't like cooking. I get to bed at 4 a.m. I mean, that is somewhat intentional. But kids these days write on flimsy parchment instead of clay tablet. They have it so easy. Agreed, Sino, agreed. That's why there is a phenomenon of every single generation saying that, but I truly think that this generation is a little bit more fucked. Learning to scroll before you even know how to write properly is just so bad. But yeah, not only do I just not want a kid, I also feel like I wouldn't be a good parent. Because like I said, I struggle to support myself. I struggle to gather the motivation to go to the gym and cook for myself. And you're telling me I gotta somehow make money to raise an entire human and cook for them too? And get them to bed on time too? All these things that I can't even do for myself, and I'm expected to do it for this drooling little screaming baby? I don't like kids. What if the world was made of pudding? That'd be pretty cool. I just saw your impregnating my femboy boyfriend video, and I'd like to wish you luck. Thank you, player. I appreciate it, twin. I just saw that. I saw that YouTube chat. It's because every generation has new crazy modernization, and the internet is way beyond anything pre-2000. Exactly. Exactly. Like, there are technological developments. Always. That's why there's that phenomenon of every generation saying, kids these days. But I feel like this generation, there's actually some merit to it, because technological advancements are going like this. And you have ChatGPT as well. Kids using ChatGPT instead of actually writing their essays. That's never happened. That's never happened before. Kids have done their schoolwork, even if education was worse in the past. They still did it. Now, kids are actually just fully offloading that cognitive effort to AI. The number of brain cells in this chat is rapidly declining. Why is that, Retro? I appreciate it. It's actually neither who, like, oh, huh, like huh and huz, or who. It's the enunciation of who in the word hook. Hussein. Hussein. I don't think I pronounced that correctly. My apologies. Like, what age would you give them a phone? Um, what age would I give a kid a phone? I've never thought about that because I've never thought about like having a kid. What age would I give them a phone? That's a really good question. I want to say I got an iPod when I was in 5th grade? 4th grade? I don't quite remember. I had access to things like Mario on the Wii, Minecraft, but as far as a phone goes, I want to say it was like middle school when I first got a phone. Maybe 5th grade when I first got a phone. And then the iPod was like 4th grade. I'm really struggling to remember. But I would do something similar to that. And as far as Reels go, I don't want my kids being on Reels any day, like, at all. But I wouldn't just bring down the hammer, like, authoritarian style, because that teaches them to not be able to control themselves. I don't want them to not be on Reels because I told them to. I want them to not be on Reels because they know that it's shit for your brain. But how do you know that the kid's gonna be able to develop that mentality? So, like, why would I even have a kid? Kids just suck, yeah. A kid in this economy? Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. I can't even support myself right now. I can't even support myself, not even close. And you're telling me I have to raise another human being? No. College seems neat, but my social development is so stunted it seems out of reach. What do you mean, Farrell? What do you mean, twin? La la la. Actual parents letting their children talk with AI are cooked. Bro. Exactly. For me, I want a kid because I think I'll eventually get bored of my life. See, that's the thing for me. I don't think I'd ever get bored of my life. I love pursuing my passions and interests. La la la. So I want something I could put in my life into raising a human being and I can sacrifice myself for little humans. That's wholesome. I used a flip phone until I was 16. See, that's kind of peak. That's kind of peak. I just feel like the less screen time you have as a child, the better your life is going to be. I guess a caveat to that could be, what if all your friends are on social media and you miss out because of it? So it's like, there's two sides. Or I did the 6-7 thing, okay. But there's two sides to it. I still generally lean on the side of less social media exposure. It's just so terrible. I prefer to produce more than I consume. I try to not consume. College has been really good for my social development. That's good, Luke. I can't say the same. Yeah, AI is very spooky for the future of humanity. Yeah. Although it makes me very hopeful to see so many people hating AI. All of the protests for the dumbass data centers. That gives me hope. Do you guys think she just spawned in as a 17-year-old? Yes. I want them not on Reels because they're winning a Slay the Spire 2 run instead. Video games are better for you psychologically than scrolling. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. How do you not doom scroll before bed? I don't doom scroll. What I'll do if I'm not calling with my boyfriend is I'll watch YouTube, but I don't doom scroll. I used to, and it's fucking terrible. I watch long form videos instead. It's much better for your baseline dopamine levels. It's more consistent. Like, yeah, it's still giving you a hit of dopamine, I believe, depending on what you're watching, but you're not just brainlessly scrolling every 7 seconds, consuming at such a high speed. It takes attention to stay on a certain video for longer than a minute. La 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 la. 6-7. Don't know if chat's cool with it. Bro, I had to check. 6-7. If that's chill with you guys. I had my first phone at 13 and I was just on YouTube for like 4 more years. That's valid. Brain rot. I recently went on Instagram again after being off for a while and I realized how quickly it makes me spiral. That's so true, Sino. Also, another thing with social media is I feel like it's so negative. I feel like it's so negative. Because what gets attention more than negativity? I even realized this with Moist Critical. Moist Critical is like one of the only YouTubers that I watch at this point. I just watch his daily uploads, and I realize so many of his videos are negative. I put them on sometimes to help myself get tired at night to sleep. But sometimes it's like, oh, this person robbed, or there was a death because of this car accident, blah, 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 blah. And it's like such negativity. Even police chases, they can be really funny, but sometimes they're also really negative. And people are in danger. She also watches her own videos to increase her views. Yeah, I do that. So much on social media is negative. That's why I really like interacting with positive stuff on social media. There's this one channel that I follow. It's like, here's good news from May that you may have missed. And then it has a bunch of nice stories. Moist critical situation is crazy. I really like that channel. It's just good news. And because of the negativity bias, we are so primed to pay attention to negativity. That's what gets clicks. So that's what people make. And when you go on social media, chances are the majority of it is going to be negative. That's why I try and make a conscious effort to consume positive material. Because genuinely, going on social media can make you depressed so fast. Oh my gosh. Tangent. Do you guys know the dumb-ass circles of, like, teenagers pretending they know shit about psychology? And it's in the realm of sexism. It's like one gender versus the other in the binary. So it'll be like, girls always do this. Girls are always attention-seeking. If she texts another guy while she's talking to you, then she's for the streets. Or it's like, I don't even know because I'm not in these spheres. But they LARP as knowing about psychology. And they just make up this pseudo-scientific bullshit. But it's like an echo chamber and all these teenage boys agree with it. Hell, even adult men are in these spheres. And it goes both ways. There's also the side of the more women-dominated space, or I would say girl. Again, I feel like more teens are tuned into this frequency. Where it's like, guys are like this, guys are horrible, guys do this. Brother, we're all human, and 90% of the shit said in those videos is just false. Please tell me you guys know what I'm talking about. I wish I knew wise, unhinged people like this. I appreciate the kind words, pasta noodles. Inside the female mind. Exactly, that shit pisses me off so much. What are you even talking about? What are you talking about? I think it's just because negativity gets more views. Exactly. Exactly. My reels are just animals or dinosaur facts. That's awesome. That's awesome. La, la. It seems like he is the most critical instead of being positive. That's a real knee slapper. It's Andrew Tate ad. No, literally. Literally. Incels and femcells are insane, actually. Yeah, exactly. I have seen one language simp video. Most people who speak on that shit are advocates for patriarchy. Yeah, true. Actually just perpetuating sexism. Both ways. It's so useless and stupid. Again, is analyzing your dreams stupid? Not necessarily. I would say a dream journal can be beneficial, but thinking it's like a prophecy for your life is stupid. Yeah, they even talk about women like animals, but half the shit they say doesn't even apply to animals either. Exactly! Somebody please, like, give me something to work with, because I don't watch these videos, so I don't know what they talk about. I've only seen them from a distance. Has anybody seen these? It's like the self-destructive dating advice, where it's like in the sphere of romantic attraction or dating, but it's also just belittling the other gender and saying women always do this, women are terrible, this is how a female mind works, treating them like some animal at a zoo being analyzed. Like, please tell me someone's seen this. These chatters got me slapping my belly and laughing. Hold up, I need to cough. I'm gonna mute. I think I'm getting sick. I'm also not wearing foundation today, which I usually do, just because my skin is getting better. But it's also really hot in my room, so my face is turning red. I'd watch them, but I also don't want to cringe myself into a fine paste. That's so true. La 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 la. Motherfuckers will say anything to justify patriarchy. Truly, it's so stupid. And most of these people are lonely, and they're trying to cope with their loneliness, but it's actually just making it worse, brother. Not being sexist is much more attractive than pretending you know about the female psychology. Okay. I literally can't sleep. I've been trying for hours and you popped up. Hello, twin. Hello. Oh no, the voice is back. Wait, I need to cough again. You're in luck. La 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 la. They'll be like, females only crave what objects you can give them. If you don't give her money every other day for designer handbags, she will cheat on you and then take your best friend and leave. That's so true, Sino. That reminds me of one Sigma male that Moist Critical talked about. And he was basically explaining how, yeah, cheating is bad, but if a man cheats, it shows the woman that he's desired. And that can be forgiven. But if a woman cheats, she's been marked by another man. And she's showing that she's not faithful. Brother, like, in 2026, what the fuck are we talking about? Give me tips on how to sleep. Put the phone down, but keep me on, and listen to my beautiful voice. But don't look at the screen. You're welcome. You can fascinate a woman by giving her a piece of cheese. Now, that is good advice. But when they talk about women like they're actual animals, she was marked by another man. That's disrespectful, unforgivable. But then when a man cheats, it shows that he's desired. What are we talking about? What are we actually talking about? Do you leave videos playing while you sleep? Yes. Your description of the cheating male guy gave me brain damage. It gave me brain damage as well. Like, wow, it was just... Any time that somebody makes a blanket statement about a gender, I raise an eyebrow. I really do. Because so rarely are those statements backed up by actual evidence. It's usually just generalities. Useless, harmful generalities that perpetuate sexism. Either way, really. Isn't the man also marked by another woman? This is stupid. Right? But no, apparently that's not how it works. Apparently it's just a one-way street. I like that we're jumping from a topic to a completely different topic. Oh. ADHD simulator, very true. La la. Medieval line of thinking in the modern age is wild. Right? Brother, didn't we leave this shit in like the 1900s? What are we doing? Basically the same as Moist Critical stuff, but with high-key funnier commentary. The thing about me is I'm autistic, and I don't like trying new channels. I watch Moist Critical, this one psychology ASMR lady, the Good News channel, and then Girl with the Dogs, and that's about it. Anyone worth pursuing romantically can be charmed with a piece of cheese. Very true, very true. Oh, the relationship advice that's out there? I need to make a whole stream dedicated to relationship advice. But the shit that's out there, like the whole ick thing, and if he does one thing wrong, then you just gotta leave him. It's so bad. People don't understand that a relationship works when you work on conflict resolution. If you have two people that love each other, no abuse is occurring. We've determined, all right, I like this person. I think they're good for me. They make me happy. We can coexist and be happy together. You don't need to be pursuing the most perfect individual. I was actually talking about this the other day. Because for some reason on social media, there's this obsession with just like the perfect relationship. Fights are inevitable. Disagreements are inevitable. One thing, okay, I'm kind of bouncing from topic to topic. My apologies. But, oh, X just texted me. My new one is toxic. I don't know, hard to choose. I would say neither. I would say neither. If you want a healthy relationship. Unless your ex is some absolute angel and you just like broke up by accident, I would suggest neither. But she's not that bad, it's just the drugs. I'm not familiar with that. I've never dated somebody that utilizes those substances, but I would generally say that if you're getting into a relationship, that would be definitely something you want to keep in mind. I don't know. I've never dated someone that utilizes substances. You don't watch Jinxie anymore? Not really. Not really. Shit was never sweet in Tarpon Springs. Well, yeah, of course it's a one-way street, because patriarchy is all about supremacy. Whatever logic they can use that keeps men in the top spot is what they will twist themselves into knots to preserve. Very true, Mops, very true. I like Girl with the Dogs too. Holy based! See, that's an example of a channel that's happy. I love watching stupid little kitties getting baths. I just realized I gotta go study. Wish me luck. Good luck, twin. Good luck. Kiwi, have you ever been scared of the dark? Yes. This is like holy niche knowledge. I used to have a crippling fear of being alone. I used to ask my parents to go with me to my room at night to like get clothes or something. I would ask them to go with me to the garage to get something out of the garage. I used to be so afraid of being alone. It was so odd, like going upstairs into the closet, even during the day, but it got worse at night. La 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 la. It was mentioned the other day and I realized I don't have or understand the ick thing. Me neither. If something disgusts you like that, like, why is it, like, I don't know, I don't get that. It's not useful or specific enough word. I can understand it, but when you love someone, who cares? Who cares? Like, normal human behaviors, and it's giving you the ick. You're gonna have a tough time finding a partner, buddy. Girl with the dogs is great. Agreed. La la la. There's no such thing as a perfect partner. My partner and I are definitely not perfect, but we're willing to do the hard work in order to be better for each other. That is so sweet, sweetie. Get it? Sweetie Pepper, sweet. That's amazing. That is the exact mentality that me and my boyfriend have as well. There's no such thing as a perfect person. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. Bye, twin. But what makes a relationship more successful? Conflict resolution. Bettering yourself. Improvement. Conflict resolution. Whoa. Thank you, twin. Mist, I appreciate the gifted sub. And it goes to the goat that just dropped that banger line. Mist, thank you so much, twin. W Mist. Been watching a lot of Astro Goblin. They are incredible. What's that? A badger broke into your house and stole Gilmore? Mari, what are you talking about? Thank you, Mist, for the gifted. So wholesome. What Slipknot album should I listen to? I don't know, twin. I only know specific songs. I don't know albums. What was I just talking about? Oh. Wait, Sino said something. Ick is just realizing you don't... Oh, I think the ick is just people realizing they don't love their partner. High key. Because I feel like if you really love someone and they do something normal like fart, brother, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I think one indicator of true love, one indicator that you're very comfortable with someone, a litmus test of sorts, is being able to tell them, yo, I'm gonna go take a shit. You know when you're first getting with someone and you're like, ooh, like, I can't have them thinking I do any normal human behaviors. I gotta pretend I'm gonna go pee, but I'm actually taking a shit. Who cares? I feel like a litmus test for achieving trust in a relationship is being able to tell them that you're gonna go take a shit. Shitting is weakness. Oh, it's just so funny. Can you tell that my face gets red when I laugh? Alright. Not to mention that it's really hot in my room. This is why I wear foundation usually. I'm so glad that's universal. Oh my god. Oh, good heavens. It's so odd to me. It's so odd. A fucking badger stole my pet rock. I'm sorry to hear that, Mari. I love poop with the door open. Yeah, that's a sign of true love. Of maximum trust. I love silly animal videos, but I only watch ones from like 4+ years ago because of AI. That's valid abnormality. Also just watching trusted channels, like Girl with a Dog. This person has a flaw like a normal human being. Got the ick now, what the fuck. Exactly. Hello, Lycanthrope. Hi, twin, how are you doing? But like, it's not even a flaw. It's things like burping. Just actual normal human behavior. A fucking fox stole my pet. I'm sorry to hear that? The ick is just so funny to me. Yeah, you really gotta vet channels these days to avoid AI slop. Extremely true. By the way, Kiwi, the thing you said about when sleeping you imagine yourself tripping and your whole body jolts, that happens to me. I thought I had a problem. Glad I'm not alone. That's wonderful. I forget which phase of sleep it comes in. It's either stage 1 or stage 2 of sleep. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, feral animals. For the 2 gifted. Can I get a W feral, please? Holy moly. Twin, I appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much, twin. Thank you. Oh yeah, it is called a something jerk. Hypnic jerk? That's right, that's right. I'm pretty sure it's in stage 2 of sleep, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong though. Feral, thank you so much, twin. W feral. Hell yeah. W feral. Being able to take a shit in the same bathroom while they're doing their makeup is peak trust. I really got the ick when my girlfriend got her period, bro. I actually be like yapping about my period to Dev. You don't even know. Cause like, it should be normalized. I don't understand it. It's a normal bodily function. And it just makes me so sad that there are people out there that are ashamed of their period. Like, bro, are you ashamed of taking a piss? You shouldn't be. It's a normal product of the body. It's just so sad. I be telling my boyfriend, like, yeah, I'm starting my period tomorrow. Oh, I feel all icky. I'm like telling him all about it. Because he's a mature adult that knows that happens. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal. La la. But yeah, Abodi, that's a very common thing. You are not alone. That is actually common in like most humans. Period blood, bro, you're 14? No, exactly. What male adult is getting grossed out by periods, bro? Alright. In my scientific communications class, one of the groups did their project on hypnic jerk. Oh, that's cool. I feel bad for women that have to go through that. If I could take all the period cramps in the world and give them to myself, I would. The injustice, it makes me furious. Did you know that women pay for period products? It's unbelievable. I'm 6'5", by the way. La la la. I'm doing good, just thinking about my blorbos, and also if I can manage to wrangle more people to watch a movie with me. That sounds lovely, lycanthrope. La 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 la. Some say I'm a vampire. Alright. Greatest message of all time? Dude's talking about shitting and ball sweat. Dude's talking about blood. It's so true. So true. It's truly perplexing. We need to eradicate period cramps. I agree. Who is the creator of these so-called period cramps? Can somebody introduce me to John Period Cramp? I need to have a word with him. And it's not going to be a kind one. I mentioned that women should be able to talk about their periods, and a guy called me a performative male. An IQ too low? Well, good for you, twin. Good for you. Who is the CEO of periods? Give me his contact information immediately. Also, currently begging my friend with a TikTok account to send me edits of my favorite characters so I can be inspired to draw. Real shit. Why I oughta. You know the whole like, why I oughta. That's me if I ever find the CEO of periods. Grr. Don't mess with me. They call me a feminist. Menstruation Jesus died for our cramps. Wow. Banger line? An IQ too performative? Does an emo vampire like going out in the sun and the beach? I would guess no, because that makes them die, if I recall correctly. As a trans woman, I dodged the period bullet, but I am always there to listen to my girlies about their periods. Extremely based. Abnormality, extremely based. Making a new population graph right now. Really? John Period Cramp. My assumption is no. Yeah. Wouldn't that just kill them? I see where your thought process lies, but I just don't think that would be the case. Hello, Scrunko. How are you doing today, twin? It's 5 a.m. for me, and this is the motivation I'll use to stay awake. Okay. Yo, twin. Why are you still awake? Let's get some Z's. Let's. Shh. You're taller than Charlie. That's true. That's true. I'm 5'9". I am quite tall. Scrunko, how are you doing today, twin? I'm doing wonderful. I had a lovely day. I would like to say that I have already seen the movie in theaters, but I need to like see it again, but I'm not dragging my family to see it. Kinda real. Where are the stimuli? I need my Subway Surfers and my Spin Blow High. Okay. Just heard about this period situation. This is fucked up. That gives me the ick. Gulp. Why would they call you a feminist? You are a... Why would they call you a feminist? You are a dog? Fox? Cat? What? Trans women rise up. Hell yeah. Shout out trans women. How many pillows do you sleep with? 1, 2, 3. Period cramps are afraid of me. I'm actually the luckiest motherfucker alive because I do not get period cramps. But I get like everything else, don't get me wrong. Does anyone else have PMDD? premenstrual dysphoric disorder, if I recall correctly. I don't get cramps, but I get depressed. If I as a man can talk about, why is every word capitalized? If I as a man can talk about dropping massive logs in the toilet, then I think it's fine for women to talk about the shredded muscular tissues and blood from the uterus. That's kind of a valid take. Do you regularly take melatonin? Yeah, sort of. Why are you asking me this? I posted too hard. What? What does this mean? We love transportation around here. Hell yeah. Shout out trans girls and tram girls. What's the biological reason for menstruation? I learned about it like a couple days ago and then I forgot. My sister uses her period to eat and drink water in front of me and my brother when we are fasting. Oh, I read that quickly and I thought you were saying she drinks her... Never mind. Oh, okay. Oh, if you get a period, you don't fast? Oh, that's so interesting. I get depressed and cramps. Periods suck. They're gonna kill me with hammers. True. True. Not like, okay, I'm sorry, twin. Sorry, that came out wrong. I mean like, real. You've heard about periods. Just wait until you hear about question marks. Nobody ever talks about question marks. As a trans woman, I'm gonna show my support for women by punching myself in the stomach every day for a week each month. Based? Greatest message of all time? Hello, Thor. How are you doing, twin? La 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 la. What the fuck, Kiwi? What did I do? What did I do? To renew the uterus for pregnancy / general functional health. Yeah. And I recall in the video that I watched that some species don't have it. Like dogs, for example. But something about the human body, it's required to flush it out. I don't know the details. I'm no biologist. Holy 2-hour stream? Train-phobic people are so stupid. How can you hate public transportation? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Dogs have estrus. What is that? I'm doing good, twin. What about you? I'm doing very good. I'm doing a 9 out of 10. Do you take morning or night showers? Night. Night every day. Night every single day. Because if you don't shower at night, you are sleeping in your filth from the day. Everything you were exposed to during the day then goes into your bed and you marinate in it all night. La 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 la. Female hormone cycles are on a monthly basis, and I forgot if that's because of the period or just like goes hand in hand or whatever, but male hormone cycles are much faster paced like daily. That is correct, Sino. They're also more consistent. I take midday showers. That's kind of based. Midday can be peak. If you exercise in the morning and like get gross in the morning, shower it off, and then have a cozy remainder of your day, then you're like maximizing cleanliness. La 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 la. I, 6'2" by the way, will kill the period cramps with hammers first. I, 3 apples tall, will do nothing. Hello, twin. Hello, Mujitiba. Beautiful, beautiful letter. Wait. Aleph, be, te. That's te. Look, it looks like a little smile. I shower 3 times a day, all of them at night. Kiwiener, we know you don't shower. Alright. Not great. I can't sleep if my body doesn't feel clean. Same here. Do men not have psychological effects like women do? I'm not educated on this topic, but if I recall correctly, men experience significantly less hormonal fluctuation than women, and like consequently less mood fluctuation. Their hormones are much more consistent. Obviously, they don't have like the the monthly rise and fall. For penis havers, it's generally more consistent, from what I recall. Like Sino said, I believe there's like a daily, I think testosterone is the highest in the morning, but like compared to, can I even say, I was gonna say VAGINA havers, but for some reason that sounds so explicit. Is this like deep-rooted sexism? Because I just said penis havers. For non-penis havers, it's much more Very scientific of me, I know. There are 2 phases of the monthly cycle, follicular phase and luteal phase. I believe that is correct. I believe men have daily hormonal cycles. Yeah, that rings a bell. Thank you, professional certified super wise doctor. Gulp! Penis havers have made me laugh so hard. Oh yeah, there are a lot of psychological... Yeah, because I always default to saying men, but then I have to like... I want to be inclusive with my language. And I think penis havers is a pretty good way to do that. Oh yeah, there were a lot of psychological and physical changes from the hormones. You mean for non-penis havers? Yeah, testosterone is highest in the morning. Did you know that testosterone also peaks during ovulation? Did you know that? I feel like people don't always know that testosterone peaks for women and that it's present in women. Or in non-penis havers, I'm sorry. Who up who up having their penis? Yeah, that could be a little internalized misogyny. I'm assuming it is. I'm assuming it is. Vagina, vagina! Ah! 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 Vagina, vagina! Vagina, don't scare! Ah! I heard that if you say vagina 3 times in a bathroom and light candles, then the Twitch staff show up to ban you from their platform. Ovulation is masculine. How do we start by talking about sleep and end by talking about... Okay. Regardless of genitalia, all humans have estrogen and testosterone. Yeah. Yeah. We started the stream talking about sleep. Vagina havers. Yeah. In this regard, it's more about the hormones than the sex organs, TBH. Although the sex organs are what drive natural hormone levels, they can be different depending on so much stuff. That's true, that's true. Why do you take melatonin? Because I have delayed sleep phase disorder. The sleep to sex pipeline, yeah, you know, the age-old saying, it always happens. Because sleep is lame and stupid and nobody needs it anyway. True. I left, you were talking about sleeping or something. Bro, what are we talking about? I say AFAB or AMAB, assigned male/female at birth, but I like penis and vagina havers better. I just worry that it's too grotesque, too graphic, too vulgar. It should be fine though, right? That should be a fine word to say on Twitch. Right? It must be, it must be. I always overestimate how strict the Twitch rules are. Yeah, it's fine, okay, that's good. What's your sleep position? Side. I can't leave anymore. It's chill, lol. Alright, good, good, good. Is vagina haver toss? I hope not. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. I'm just really cautious when it comes to toss. Yeah, it's fine. It's a scientific term. You're right, you're right. I heard scientists are using penis haver and vagina haver. I mean, even if I have a superpower that makes me not get tired, I would still sleep. It's just that good, brother. If I had a superpower that made me not get tired, you would never catch me sleeping ever. Never, never, ever. Heard way worse shit on here. Yeah. Yeah, because I always... Whoa. Thank you so much, random sad green dog, for the jewels. Thank you, twin. I appreciate it. Hey, shout out dog. Shout out green dog. Hell yeah, twin. I appreciate it. If you're worried, ovary and testicle havers? Phallus owner? Scrunko? I appreciate the 5 gay florps, Scrunko. You are truly kind. You are truly kind. Thank you for the gay florps. Pinar, relevant. I use those as well, but there's a difference because bottom surgery exists. Oh, that's right. Phallus owner. +2. I think we found the optimal term. Phallus owner. Coochie commander. Oh, I'm a genius. Oh, I'm a genius. Phallus owner, coochie commander. Phallus frontiersman. Coochie captain. Wait, am I Shakespeare? When are we getting synonyms for vagina tier list? +2 naming. Scrunko just sent the word gay and it got censored. I'm sorry guys, the stream's getting so inappropriate. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And all of them are getting censored, I'll allow it. There we go. I will not let Twitch silence you. Coochie Captain. Cooch Commander. Oh, that's so good. Phallus Owner and Coochie Commander. Cog Corporal. By the way, Kiwi, do you have mods? Because someone harassed trans people in this chat and I think they're not banned. God, I hate YouTube chat. I'm sorry to hear that, Twin. I do have mods in there, but they're usually way more active on Twitch. If I can scroll onto the YouTube chat and find them, I'll ban them. Because, like, we're not tolerating that shit. But sometimes, I've seen other creators do this as well, where they kind of leave YouTube as, like, just the wilderness and let whatever shit happens happen. Although, simultaneously, I don't want people being transphobic in my chat. But hey, if you're on YouTube, regardless, I would recommend coming to Twitch because it's a much better experience. Just let it be known. Hello, Wormlandius. Wonderful name. Oh, Retro. Thank you so much, Twin. I appreciate you, Retro. Shout out Retro. W Retro. He's hunting down the transphobe. I don't think I modded on YouTube. Really? I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. How did it send Cooch Commander twice? Yes, we are all nuking the transphobe. Hello, Lindenero Club. Hi, Twin. How are we doing today? I hate the Amazing Digital Circus. I like it. I'm excited for the last episode. I used Google Translate. It was fine, though. What are we talking about? Fuck you, mean Google Translate. I literally speak Arabic. Thank you for your support, Kiwi. Of course, Twin. Wait, did they were they transphobic in Arabic or something? What's happening? It's not transphobic. Bro said hi, how are you? Wait, what? Wait, they just said hi, how are you? Now they're getting flamed? But I don't think somebody would just make that up. I don't think somebody would just make up some libel about someone being transphobic. Possible ban evader. Monitoring. What? I'm great. Do you know about how genital nouns are gendered in French? I do not. Their last two messages specifically, like we were just having a chat and then they randomly went, God curse trans people. How do you make your way onto my channel with that mentality? I use Google Translate when they accused. I'm confused. I'm so confused. Oh, that might have been meant to sound supportive. Really? They did not say that. I'm so confused. How many milligrams of melatonin do you take? Oh, I feel very strongly about this. People take too much melatonin. You are not supposed to take more than 1 milligram if you're using it on a more consistent basis. I don't even see a point in ever taking more than 1 milligram. The fucking tablets that are 10 milligrams, insane. Actually insane. I take 0.25 milligrams and it works perfectly. Ew, gay people. Can't believe Kiwi is woke now. Woke as one. That might have been meant to sound supportive. Yeah, I like to have the benefit of the doubt, especially if, like, it's being translated. They did not say anything transphobic, lol. I hope so. Bro just wanted to say hi. Okay, that's good. You gay people. God curse trans people. Supportive. I don't know. I don't know. A titty is masculine, a testicle is feminine, a vagina is masculine. Based? What's wrong with taking 2,000 milligrams of melatonin? Yeah, you're so right, Twin, you're so right. God cursed trans people with a good time. The butt cheek is feminine. Wow, the message of all time? Interestingly enough, I've heard that at least in some places, Islam actually teaches that it's a moral duty to help trans people transition. I am the least qualified person ever to speak on this, and I also really hate talking about religion. And it's a really scary topic because I don't want to offend anyone. But my boyfriend practices a lot of Islamic things. And I've learned about it through him, and that does not sound like it tracks. That does not. That does not sound quite right. That would be really interesting. Abodi. Wait. Egypt. Abodi, Egypt? Abodi, you're Egyptian, right? So you would know more about it than I would. It's good to source info like that, yeah. Dev is very friendly to trans people. Correct. Thank you for the follow, Serial V. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I know you, twin. I know you. HDH. Yeah, based Dev. We all love Dev. La 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 la. 500 milligrams. Abodi, can you pop into YouTube and check for transphobia? He's dating a trans girl, of course he is. I am not trans. Shout out trans people though. But that is not me. HDH is the proper reaction to Dev. Dev did as good as he could with the Linux challenge. Wasn't he so cute in that video? I'm so proud of him. I love trains. That's cool. I like trains too. A lot of people get angry when they're driving and then there's like a train and they have to wait for it, but I love it. I like watching the train. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, Abodi. I don't think we should start a religious discussion. That just made me raise an eyebrow because it sounds so contradictory to everything I've seen. Shout out Dev though. Dev is supportive of trans people. We love Dev. That was very cute. I appreciate the kind words, Frog. Least autistic Kiwi moment. Hello, freak. How are you doing today, twin? I still gotta watch that video. I'm so far behind on the catalog. Oh, it's a banger. I highly recommend the Linux video. Because that one features Dev. Rare sighting. OMG, I just roof a train? What? You sound like that Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme. That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about Islam to say otherwise. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it. Doesn't sound right, but I'm also not educated, so I'm not gonna make any claims. Oh, I see it now? From what I see, there's no transphobia in Arabic, but I can't scroll up more. No, you're right. This is a huge hunt for this proposed transphobe. I rode the train from... Oh, I rode the train from Seattle to Glaciers, and KT was genuinely so beautiful. Oh, it was genuinely so beautiful. That sounds awesome. They were being transphobic, I guess YouTube hit it. Oh! You should watch on Twitch. Twitch is better. I just watched the My Discord server Tigo probably must admit that. Fuck. See, this is why Twitch is better, because I can only see YouTube chats here, and if it disappears, I can't see it anymore. I'm sorry, twin. Hey, thank you for watching my video, though. Shout out T-Girls. Also, we know Kiwi is not a trans woman because she doesn't know how to use Linux. How was your day? Thank you, Tanner. My day was very good. How was yours? I was here for the transphobia witch hunt. Truly was exciting. La 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 la. I'm Big Shilling Twin. Hell yeah, freak. That's good to hear. Okay, switched over. Hell yeah, Meatball Jones. It's good to have you. I'm tired. Me too. What's behind the black panels? My room. I'm in my room. I should stop and have dinner. It's actually been 2 hours. Wow. This was supposed to be a quick stream. I'm gonna stop. You know what I want to talk about next time? I want to talk about relationship advice. I love talking about relationship advice. You don't even know. The Linux vid was peak. Dev is truly an amazing teacher. I appreciate the kind words, twin. Thank you. He really is. You're using your la voice line a lot. Am I singing? Sometimes I just sing without realizing it. I'm stimming. Every time I join, you're just ending it. I'm sorry. Kiwi, can you end already? Okay. Okay. La 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 la. Oh, okay, now I see it. Now I see it. OMG, I've been dating my partner for almost 5 years now. That's awesome, twin. Congrats. That is truly epic. Give me advice on how to steal someone's Tunisian boyfriend. I'm watching you. To be fair, it's nice hearing the singing though. Thank you, Mist. I appreciate it. Can you help me with something? With what? No, I'm gonna go take a piss. Temple OS. Shout out Terry. I was just watching that average, what was it, like average Linux user on YouTube? And it's the video of like, it's me, King Terry the Terrible or something. And he's smoking a cigarette. So funny. Do your boyfriend want multiple wives? What the fuck? Maybe the original ban was merited. Maybe it was merited. I just got out of an abusive 6-year relationship, but things are much better and I found someone who cares a lot more about me, I'm assuming. That's awesome to hear, Meatball Jones. I'm happy for you, twin. Go pee already. Okay. Terry Davis is funny as fuck, but sad as hell at the same time. True, true. Help me pull this girl from my school. She's 14. Yo, you're also 14, right? Yeah, okay. How are you on my channel if you're 14? Did you say your Discord is a massive T-girl polycule? Yeah. La 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 la. We talked a few times. What should I say to her? Brother, if you're 14, it doesn't matter. Just do whatever you want, bro. Have fun. Go out there and live life. Be nice, spread kindness and joy. And if she's the one, then fate will do its thing. Don't worry about it, twin. Go like play in a field. Go like, what do 14-year-olds do? Go like ride some scooters, twin. You're too young to be worrying about relationships. Also, I would recommend to get off my channel. Hi. I hate children. Me too. Isn't Twitch age minimum 13? I think so. Bro barely scraped his way through. Is that melody you sing the jingle for your channel? No, I'm singing Feel Much Better by... Who is it by? It's a house song that I discovered. Max Dean. Feel Much Better by Max Dean. Just talk to her like she's a normal person. Yes, my advice? Don't use social media for advice. Discord T-girl polycule. Chai tea. I, the student of Holy Sea language. Greatest language of all time? Holy jump scare. Yeah, truly. Say hi. Hello. Why? My content is not made for kids. Not in the slightest. Why would a kid be on my page? I don't get it. I feel like my psychology, my advice to the kid was to say hi. Oh. Yeah, very true. I feel like my psychology videos, this might sound like patronizing or rude, but I feel like my psychology videos are too intellectually complex. Not that they're intellectually complex, I'm just a drooling homunculus, but like for a 14-year-old, I feel like it's gonna go over their head. And then my satire videos, I just don't see how a 14-year-old would watch those and like clap their hands with glee and delight. I don't know. I like to think that my content targets people my age or older. It just makes me shudder with fear and disgust to know that there's a 14-year-old watching my content. Your content made kids. What? Worst message ever? Why say chai tea? Chai is tea. That's the point. They were saying Discord T-girl... Whoa. Discord T-girl polycule is the same thing as saying chai tea. I'm gonna shoot my shot. Good luck, Tanner. Good luck. Blah, 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 blah. Ayo OnlyFans type shit. I hate the culture around pulling women. That's so... Thank you, Frog. That's so true. That's so true. I'm gonna talk about relationship advice in the next stream. I'm getting ahead of myself. Now I feel weird making any of my usual vulgar jokes. Of course, the kid's name is... Oh my gosh. Can I be exempt from the polycule because I love my girlfriend? Yes. Yes. Me too, by the way. I love my femboy boyfriend. When is the next stream so I don't miss it? Not tomorrow, but probably after that. Yes, please mention the culture around starting relationships. Okay, sounds good. I'm excited. I love talking about that. You don't even know. Okay, I will try to be lurking. Okay. I am now going to exit, even though I said I was going to 10 minutes ago. You're getting some out-of-pocket messages. I truly am. By the way, just in case, the thing between me and Jace is a joke. Oh, I know, Abodi, I know. Guys, she said she's liked me since the 4th grade. Aren't 14-year-olds in 8th grade? Hey, congrats, man. This is big. Hey, let's give it up for Tanner. Hell yeah. Goodbye, white woman. Goodbye, Meatball Jones. Did I just... I just joined. Why are we talking about 14-year-olds? Because there's one of them is in my stream. One of them is in my stream. Tanner, please watch XQC or someone stupider, please. Yeah, please. Go elsewhere. This is not the stream for you. Seriously looking forward to the next stream. Me too, I'm really excited. I love talking about relationships. That's one of my favorite aspects of psychology. And the 14-year-old dropped the R slur. Okay. 14-year-olds are 9th grade. No one should watch XQC. That's actually true. Why do people watch XQC? It's actually just gibberish. No offense, but like, this guy made millions of dollars actually just saying gibberish. Thank you for the follow, Linda Nero Classic Club. Twitch should add age limit streams. True. I think they do, but putting an 18 label on my stream just because I make inappropriate jokes seems absurd. And I also think that would significantly like harm my views. Just because some people don't even want to go to the effort of verifying 18 plus. I don't know. I feel like marking my stream as 18 plus would just be way too OD. Hi chatlings, it's Joe Biden. Hi Joe Biden. Hey. As someone who's never been in a relationship, next stream sounds great. It can also apply to you. Because it's a whole field. Can't you just kick the 14-year-old? Oh yeah, I can. Wait a minute. That's a good... Is it morally okay to kick a 14-year-old because I don't want kids in my stream? Wait, yeah, it is. It is, right? Yo, Tanner. No, hey, bro. Good luck with your girl, okay? Nothing but positivity, alright? I hope you have a good life, twin. Goodbye. I just realized I could ban kids because I don't want kids here. Alright. Good luck to Tanner in all of your endeavors, twin. I hope it goes good with that girl. Good luck to Tanner. I don't think you have to properly verify, though. It's just the honor system. Okay, so then that also just makes it useless to me. Because if anybody can just call themselves 18, then literally all I'm doing is making it harder to get to my stream, giving a wrong impression of it being like NSFW, and then also just still letting in minors. To me, marking it as 18 plus is just completely useless. Because again, I'm not doing anything NSFW. The most that I do is make inappropriate jokes. And if it's just an honor system, you know there are minors coming in there just lying about their age. XQC is like watching an animal in captivity, but with everyone tapping on the glass. My reading comprehension, my ability to articulate words is rapidly declining. Can we just kick all the children in chat? Yes. See, I know there are some minors in my community. Unfortunately, that's just a very tragic fact that can't be avoided. But 14? That's, whoa, like, no. Especially if I can identify it, because bro's self-reported, I'm just gonna, goodbye. Love your videos. Thank you, twin, I appreciate it. Yes, chat, it's me. Okay, I need to go. 14 is baby. 14, I don't want to even, like, go away. Go away. Be gone. That's fair. Most people who do say inappropriate stuff don't mark their streams as such, LMAO. Yeah, like, I always think back to Moist Critical, because he's generally liked and regarded as a decent content creator, and he's making jokes that are way more obscene than mine, and none of his shit is marked as 18 plus. So I always sort of use Moist Critical as the baseline to judge my decisions off of, because I'm autistic and I really struggle with knowing what I should do in these situations. But yeah, if you are a minor, raise your hand. The minors are the best parts. Worst messages ever? Worst messages of all time? Nice thinking. Thank you, twin, I appreciate it. Hi, yo, worst chat interaction of all time? Okay, I'm actually gonna leave now. Oh my gosh, I said that like 30 minutes ago? Oh, you're trying to let them reveal themselves, like a self-report system. Is politics allowed? No. Goodbye, twins. I'm actually gonna leave. I guess my 33-year-old ass is significantly increasing the average age here. Oh, luckily, my usual audience is a much broader range. I have plenty of adults of many different ages on my channel. So don't worry, twin. You're not pulling up the average. Don't worry, twin. Thank you for the follow, Candy Cane. I appreciate it. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rose said, oh my god, just leave already. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Wait. Oh my, look at that. Okay, I'm actually leaving. Bye. Have a good night. We're gonna, oh my gosh, on Wednesday, we're gonna stream and we're gonna talk about relationships. I'm so excited, okay? Okay, okay. Whoa, put away the guns. Okay, stop it, stop it. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Bye guys, have a good day, have a good day, have a good night, have a good whatever. Okay? Take care of yourself, be kind to yourself. Brandishing guns is against the law. Okay, just leave.